Yeah. Anyhow, we have to sit for the next couple of hours.
Couple and schedule.
Tough it is, but again, it's an opportunity for you all to get to know each other, know about the company, know where we are going ahead. Thank you. What we're going to do today is I know we all have come here, all of you have taken the ID cards and all. What we're going to do today is first try to get to know about each other a little bit more. I know some of you might have known each other, but one can find one person in the room you know. If you didn't, let me know. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to take this framework. Every person has some family background, education, work life. Obviously, you have ambitions in your life, and you have a motto why you are here, and the purpose of coming to US, the purpose of your education, work, and everything. You can use this framework. Pick a partner, okay, get to know each other, and then you're going to take 3 areas in the framework that we have shown, and use that as an opportunity to introduce.
That's easier, actually.
Okay. So when did you come to here? 6 months. 6 months.
Family is expected. Connection daily. Yeah, we are 3 of us. And yeah. My brother-in-law was here. And now he moved. He went back to India. So after we worked here for. Well, definitely, I would like to focus more on your problem solution. Obviously, that's the very purpose of So.
Straw, I get to do 2. Starting with Kishore. Kishore has a 1-year-old son, so a very sleepless time for him, certainly in the last couple of months. For the rest of us who just have 1 degree, Kishore puts us to shame. He has a master's in engineering and a master's in business administration. Sorry, a bachelor's and a master's in business administration. His aims are twofold, and I'll start with the first one, which is to find balance in his life, which is probably something we all struggle with. But the second critical one is unusual or interesting fact that you don't know, and Kishore is clearly setting the tone for this holiday event, is Kishore told me about one occasion where he managed to drink 8 beers in an hour and still function, which probably says a fair bit about what he may or may not regret.
University of Cape Town, South Africa. So, her ambition is to find a balance between work life and professional life. The unique thing about her is everybody in her family is of different nationality. Her daughter is an American, son is Dutch, her husband is South African. Yeah, so that speaks a lot.
And in terms of one unique bit of information about him, he in fact speaks 5 different Indian languages.
He loves biryani with Coke. So, thanks. Thank you. Be here. Yes, I'll introduce you. So I'm going to introduce Madhu, who introduced me. He's married with an 8.5-year-old kid. He's in 3rd grade. His kid. I'm in 4th grade. And wants to be an astronaut. This kid wants to be an astronaut, do something with rockets and things like that. He did his computer science when many of us didn't know about computers, 1991. And he started a distributorship for TCS selling their...
Then he did his master's in South Carolina University. Now he is a .NET specialist. He's working for Fortune 500 company in Seattle. He's married. And one interesting thing which, his brother Madhu Rapo is with Astir same company. Probably you might know.
Anyone who doesn't know.
What's the unique thing?
That's the unique thing.
2 brothers in studied in Nellore, did his masters in computer science in Nellore. He worked in many places like Chennai, Delhi, and all that, for big companies like HCL, Edison. Very interesting portfolio. And he's a specialist in .NET too, just like I am.
So who's better?
That's why you get minus. That is the competition. His wife is. Hello everyone. I'm here to introduce Mahesh Seri. He hails from Bangalore. He did his bachelor's in Bangalore from RV College. He did his bachelor's in electronics and communications. And he has 2 siblings, 1 brother and 1 sister. His sister is a doctor, and his brother is doing. Is he a lawyer or he's studying? Oh, he's a lawyer? Wow. You can find some lawsuits. And his father is retired, his mom is a housewife. Mahesh has a very interesting portfolio.
Playing games. I don't know what type of games.
Cricket and like
That's it.
yeah. Hi all, I'm going to introduce Baji Reddy. His name is Baji Reddy, and he is from India, Guntur. And he worked in different projects in India, like Courtney, Ovansis, and Siebel projects basically. And right now he is working in Seattle, Washington, singular company, right? He did his education from his basically MCA from Nagarjuna University, and he's single, not married yet. And his hobbies just like watching movies and games like cricket, just like me. Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Okay, the interesting thing about Mr. Jagdish is he is working with Computer Associates again in the US, and his dad is retired and his mom is a housewife. Value added to life is his wife, that's what he said. and his ambitions are he wanted to become a Java architect. He wanted to become a Java architect. That's what his ambition is.
Value in the bank is decreasing after getting married. Value in the bank is decreasing after getting married.
Hello, I'm going to introduce Mr. Deepak. He's basically a Hyderabadi guy. He has one younger brother. He is working in Hyderabad now. And his father is working in central government and his mother is a housewife. And he is working. He's working in India, US, UK, and he's like a global guy. He worked in UK for about 3 years. Currently, he is working in US for about 2 years, and he joined Astir for I think 6 months. Work in IT field. Previously, he worked with a commercial company, and his ambition was to join in IT, and he got it. He's very happy with that. He's presently working with Bristol Myers Squibb in
Using Miss Rajni here, Mrs. Rajni, and she's a wife of Mr. Jagdish, and is working in CA, and she just got her H1, and she did her BTech in electrical electronics from JNQ Hyderabad. It's one of the reputed and a top rated university, and I guess she's very brainy too. And now she is looking a project in Oracle, and where she wants to make her career as the brightest and the most capable software engineer in the Oracle. And motivation is Mr. Jagdish. Thank you.
And he's presently working in SaaS technology, and he's living at Richmond, Virginia. And his father is he's working in the Air Force. His mother is housewife. She's got one sister and one brother. Brother is working in army.
My brother-in-law is
and sister, she is doing PhD in Texas. He has taken his bachelor's degree from JNU in electrical electronics, and he has done his master's in information from Texas A&M. And his ambition is to become a project lead.
This is from Ballari, basically he's brought up and born in AP, but he is bachelor's in Ballari. He has done his masters from City of New York University, City University of New York, and I think he is children. That is how he went to Astir. And skills he is working on J2E, and right now he is the client where he is working is Ryan Europe. Ambitions, it's like he wants to start his own consulting firm, which is not good here. We're not supposed to explore all the things here. And the unique thing, what he's doing is co-post his blood group. He has nobody else. Oh, I'm sorry. Unique thing is something which is very interesting. That he has one brother and one sister. Both of them are in the same IT. And his brother has done his BE and his sister is in CA. She is working for analog voice.
He did his bachelor's in Bangalore University, and his skill sets are .NET. And right now he is working state of New Jersey. And he wants to make a good amount of money, and he wants to go back. So that's his ambition. So the unique thing about him was he has 7 siblings, and he is the only one who did that.
1 year back. He has a master's degree in computers. He is a very good DBA. And he worked for many MNCs companies back in India and here.
Like, one of the short-term ambition is to get married. So probably I think I expect him to get married as soon as possible. Maybe that is his short term.
Professional, and he's working with me in Bank of America, and he's married with a kid.
He has bought a house, and that's the value he added to his life. And I
can take all the help from all you guys.
Thank you.
I'm going to talk about I thought, I got to know about him from long time from one of our common friends, Nagaraj, but I never knew after a few minutes. Okay.
Very interesting to me.
Yeah. Because I look like Ramana.
No, it's not like that. You know, like I just met him and he just came to me and he started speaking to me, and I really felt very comfortable.
That's his specialty.
That's good. And he's working in John Deere, Chicago, and his background is MCA. He has done his Masters of Computer
himself. So somebody has to come to him and somebody has to knock him. Say, are you
graduation? He's a commerce graduate from Usmania University, and like he worked in India. He worked in Arab countries, like for Arab National Bank for some time.
I work for another multinational called Main Baker. I work for Ron Polanc, which is Aranthus Pharma, and then I work for JB Chemicals.
Before we get started, I have a couple of questions. Does anyone know when Astir got started? More importantly, actually, we are approved vendors for many IT staffing companies. And some of them are Allianz, Tech Systems, Kforce, Devon Consulting, Putney, Agilon, Consys. Pretty big companies. Like between them, they actually have at least 50 to probably 60 to 70,000 employees between these 7 companies in US. So pretty big achievement in terms of building relationship with IT companies. Now, how did we do this? It's all because the ultimate goal is to get greater insight into their customers, their purchases, their trends, so that they can improve their revenues and also profit margins. That's our vision and mission going forward. And keeping that in mind, we have actually rebranded Astir. And you might have seen the new website, new logo, and this is the logo. And the purpose of the logo, and if you see, for any company, there are 4 important stakeholders. And we recognize that, and we said, okay, let's incorporate those stakeholders into our logo. So you see that the 4 stakeholders being, and the graph here actually represents the mix of our revenue or our employees that will be working with other consulting companies, the direct vendors, or direct clients, or software development. You see that in 2006, still pretty realistic if we stay focused. In terms of the employees, we are at 60. We want to be at 150 next year, and by 2008 we want to be at 500. That's still less than 100% growth. In terms of the revenues, we are at 3 million this year. We want to be at 15 million by end of about less than 100% growth. So it's pretty realistic for this size of a company. Now, how do we do this? Okay, we're talking about expanding from 60 employees to 500 employees. So how do we do this? So in order to do that, we said, okay, let's try to focus on what we need to do to get there. So we're calling this slide as adapting to scale. So how do we adapt to ourselves to these new heights? In order to do that, we said, okay, let's expand our Indian office for our company. And obviously we need to make some organization structure changes in order to adapt to this scale. Now, while we are doing this, we definitely need to make sure that we still have a focus on our employees. That's the critical element of this entire expansion. So what are we doing? We're trying to build a portal. It's probably be done by Q1. We have a template. We have actually a pilot, but still need to get into production mode, which is going to help us collaborate with each other in terms of information, knowledge sharing. I think that's going to be a critical factor going forward. We are actually, in light of our success this year and also considering employee growth and benefits, we are actually going to provide some additional benefits starting January 1st at no cost to employees. So there will be life insurance, accidental death benefits, short-term disability benefits at no cost to the employees, which is going to be pretty good. Like life insurance, I think everyone understands that. Accidental death is pretty common. But short-term disability, in case if something happens to you medically or anything, for some reason you're not able to work, that's going to cover your salary. So that's a pretty good benefit and very expensive for the company, but I think it's something which we really wanted to add to you. And the other thing is, I heard about like at least 10 to 15 ambitions. Everyone said that they want to be a project manager, team lead, be an architect. That's pretty good. And what we're going to do is we're going to help you achieve that ambition. We have some training plans where we're going to sponsor some both internal and external training, which will help you for project management or architecture level trainings. So hopefully that should take care of some of your ambitions. And also, even if that's not your ambition, we want you to enhance your skill set so that achieve your ambitions related to your career. We'll do that. As I said, this is a really exciting opportunity and a great time to be part of Astir because we believe that you are the reason for the growth. And again, as I told you, it's a great opportunity for you to have an impact. We are very open for any suggestions, feedback you have, any opportunities that you think we should be concentrating on. We're pretty much open. So this is your opportunity to have an impact on us, on the company, and also make an impact for yourself in your future. Now, you might be thinking, okay, yeah, the company is growing, what's in it for me? So we came up with some reward and recognition programs, which hopefully should encourage you to participate, both in terms of being very productive and making your customer or client happy, and also in terms of business development opportunities that we have and which you can actually provide. The first thing is obviously the referral program. We have both the employee referral and project placement program. Employee referral being anyone that you refer and who joins our company, and also project placement being like any opportunities that you find which you are able to utilize. We're introducing in terms of the referral program that already existed, we're just refocusing on that. We're introducing a new quarterly employee recognition certifications that you are planning to take. So all those are variables that we're going to use in giving this award. The other thing which we came up this year is the Employee of the Year award. This is going to be given to one individual. If required, we might give it to two. But the primary focus for this award is your contribution to the business in terms of business development opportunities, any interviews that you might have taken, mentorship, like if you're mentoring any of our junior associates who are coming from India, that's going to be considered. All the referrals that you have given, all the project placements that you have helped us with, any proposals that you work with us, which leads into any like business development opportunities, all those will be a factor. And we haven't told, we're not telling what that award will be, but it will be a considerable award because considering that we're giving $500 for a quarterly award, so it's going to be pretty big. But again, that depends on which individual gets it, because we want to make sure that whatever award we give is actually it interests that person, and also the size of the achievement. So if we have multiple people achieve this, we're going to have those multiple awards. The other thing is communication. We strongly feel that communication between associates and the management and also among the associates is to improve. So we're going to have a very periodic communication from the management, letting you know the developments on whatever ambitions, goals that we have defined. So you hear from me almost every month on that. And also we're going to introduce some regular conference calls, WebEx meetings to share knowledge, trainings, to address any issues, any topics. So we're going to have some frequent conference calls and all those things. It could be weekly or it could be on demand. And with that, I want to introduce Tanya for our next presentation. Tanya is from Logical Consulting. We actually hired the company 3 months back to help us achieve some of our future goals because as we told you, going from 2 to 60 is a different game compared to going from 60 to 500. So what Tanya is going to help us in the next few months is setting up infrastructure, organization structure to get us there. So she's been helping us putting together these presentations and also some training programs which we are going to attend in the future. And also some of the areas that we need to concentrate on, like helping us prepare some marketing plans and also get out in the market and talk to various groups, various companies, and also help us if we do find some acquisitions. She's going to help us in that also.
Question, I guess. I've received associate questionnaires feedback from several of you, and one of the questions was, do you know what the future aims are? And many of you answered no. Has Kishore cleared that up for you? Do you have any questions for him? Okay, great. Then the other point I'd like to bring to your attention is you have some evaluation forms in front of you. Please take the time to complete them. Not necessarily now, you can wait to the end, but obviously there are questions specific to each section of the day, each presentation. Your name is optional, but whatever feedback you can give us would be great. You'll see that several of the questions refer to, would you attend again? If we had a similar event in the future, what would you expect? What would you like to see? In order to plan these kinds of events in the future, we need to have feedback from you, so please do take the time to do that. Okay. In terms of the context of this afternoon, we tried to look initially at areas that all the consultants could benefit from. Okay, so obviously we weren't going to focus on some specific technical skills that may be relevant to some of you but not to the others. And we focused on 2 areas that are really critical in terms of further development of consultants and in hopefully becoming a project manager, if that's the role you choose. Whatever your ambition, whether it's project manager or not, each individual who works as a consultant needs to be able to interact well with the customer and to solve problems. This first presentation is on proactive customer relationship management. You will be getting copies of the presentations. We opted not to do it now during the sessions. My experience is people tend to read ahead and read what's there as opposed to actually listening. Please feel free to ask questions. Don't wait to the end. If there's something you don't understand or you'd like more information on, please ask questions. Who is the customer? May seem obvious, but we'll look at some of the aspects of that. Building a relationship. Communication as a specific subset. Obviously, that's also part of building a relationship, but communication generally is critical. Managing expectations. One of you used an interesting word in the questionnaire responses that said that associates needed to become better at communicating/manipulating customers. And although I don't want to focus on the negative connotations of manipulation, what you do want to do is manage expectations. And then we'll look a little bit at the you are the brand and the customer satisfaction. Who is the customer? Suggestions.
The client.
Client, who else?
The supervisor.
Okay, who else?
Partner to whom we work.
A customer, if it's not brought correctly, could perceive that you have your own thoughts in mind in terms of extending your stay there, keeping a job. Okay? So you need to do it in such a way that they understand that you're actually focused on providing the best possible service and not committing to something that you can't deliver. So how do you build responsibility? Their perception of you as being responsible. Basics. Be on time, return calls, do what you say you'll do. You know, let them know about changes. Be dependable. Be aware. Be reliable and accountable. The aware is critical. Sometimes you will be put in a situation where you can see that other team members are weaker, perhaps, in the project team that you're on. And if you see the potential problems are coming in, that they're not going to fulfill the requirements or do what needs to be done, if you can let people know, and I'm not talking in a sort of a backhanded way that could be perceived as you trying to create problems for that individual, but if you're aware and actually notice that benefits the entire team. And at the end of the day, whatever project you're on, whatever team you're in, you all want to do as well as possible for the client. It doesn't matter whether you have the same customer as they do. In terms of building credibility, be honest. Don't say, oh, I can do that. Been there, done that. If you have, they think you there for yourself, me, myself, I. Focus on the client. Talk to them. Even if you find it difficult to approach people and start a conversation, try and be open and look at issues from their perspective. Okay, so obviously the high-level direct clients, they pretty much, so say, right, you're sorry, I'll make sure that a week in advance, or whatever the point may be. And don't ever seem to have your own agenda. So even, there are situations where you might be made aware of a potential for extending the project, okay, for whatever reason. And feel free to discuss that with them or with someone else, but not in a way that is focused on, yes, it would be great for me to extend it because then I can stay here. Focus it on it from, yes, if you added that additional functionality to the system, that would provide greater benefit to your users and therefore, but don't get bogged down in details. Exercise patience. A critical one, communicate first, act second. So there's a problem with the project and you reckon you can do a quick fix and everything will be solved. So you go off, do the quick fix, and then you let everyone know what you've done. Wrong approach. You never know. There might be something else going on that you're not aware of. There might be some other issues. So you communicate first. You say, this is what I propose to do, and then you go and do it when you've got agreement. And assume everyone means well, particularly with customers. Okay, effective communication. Everyone always talks about the talking, but of course it's two parts listening. We've got 2 ears, 1 mouth. Use them in that ratio. And you can practice effective listening skills. What you must do is in the next meeting that you have, next project team meeting, next just one-on-one, literally focus on understanding what that individual is saying. So not what you think they're saying or what you think they should be saying, but literally sit there and, but don't assume that what you assume are the requirements are the actual requirements. Okay? Be very sure that you're looking at the customer requirements from a business perspective or the business need that should be met by technology. Establish a starting point. They can't compare whether it's improved or customers will have...
22nd was Tuesday, and it so happened that 22nd evening, I'm basically doing some reporting analytic solutions. One of the reports got corrupted, and at about 4:30, I have noticed that there is a problem, and I don't know what to do. First of all, I was thinking, I knew that if at all I had to correct it, I couldn't get any solution straight away, and I had to work probably 2 days or 3 days in that Thanksgiving holiday, and
and I really wouldn't be able to enjoy the Thanksgiving holiday at all. But then I had, and then that evening what happened was I went and I started redesigning the whole report, and I worked till about 10:30.
That you're going to get shot, shoot the messenger, because you come with bad news, as long as you communicate and put the right spin on it. So we had the offer to work through the weekend, done my best, etc. So you're trying, you're positive. Great example.
Yeah, I can speak.
For argument's sake. If you notice morale issues or issues with deadlines or overtime or performance issues, that can be indicative of a problem. That is not necessarily a problem that you can immediately provide a solution for, or that is attractive or interesting for Astir to go after, but it could be indicative of a problem. Okay? Technology issues. So while you're there, you hear everyone all and sundry in the company moaning about the email system or moaning about the CRM system or whatever it is they might have. That could be a potential opportunity. A possibility for extending the existing project. So there might be something that you, that during your discussions you find that there's actually some additional functionality that the business would like, that you feel, that you can meet that would be beneficial. That's something you can suggest or go for, obviously within the context of.
Okay.
They may lean over you a bit or whatever, or just move. At least create some space in the middle for your facilitators to work. Okay. Did all of you do your preparation? Of course. Okay. Glad to hear it. SWOT analysis. Okay. It's a very important step in planning. It basically is the starting point for strategy setting. And it certainly is the basis for marketing plans. Having gone through the questionnaires that some of you, one of the key weaknesses or several of the weaknesses are in the area of marketing. So this really is going to form part of the basis for the marketing plans. So this is your opportunity, etc. The point is to match the strengths and opportunities to optimize the potential for the company. Don't go and do something that you're not strong at. And also to determine what impact the environment is going to have. So what legislative changes in the states might affect the way that you do business. What about the actual demand for IT services itself, etc. Aid to influence organization structural items such as training, human resource processes, communication processes, some of which Kishore addressed this morning in his presentation and said will be looked at. But this is really your opportunity to get it out there, and also to look at what you would like to do. Okay, so you as an individual may see opportunity may not have mentioned, but that you feel based on the strengths that are visible here, that you feel that are possible. Okay, so let's make those known as well. Although it's called SWOT, and traditionally you would start with the strengths and weaknesses, I find that companies that focus internally first get too busy caught focusing internally, and the environment, the market can actually change around them. They get caught unawares. Customer focus is critical, so assess the external elements first. Strengths that only might be the pink or orange or green is for the opportunities. And what I'm going to ask you to do is to write one idea per post-it note. First thing is try and make it legible. So write as large as you possibly can for the paper and to make it legible. Secondly, spelling doesn't matter. Okay, doesn't matter. Number 3,
You can write one opportunity thread per page. As many as you want, use one per each, whatever, post. And give it to me when you're done or whenever you feel comfortable giving it to me. So that the reason why I asked you to write one each is because I'll be pasting each. And
finishing up writing your main ideas.
We have a lot of good coming up. Opportunities are more. It's a good sign.
Okay, I'd like you to work on to finish the point you're busy doing now.
So this is a threat. Consultants are being offered full-time jobs, increase in IT consulting company who offer better pay. Do we have anything as an answer for that from there to there?
All of the miscellaneous goes out there, I guess.
All our miscellaneous goes there. So grievance.
So
something needs to address this.
I mean, there are non-IT in India. What happens? Companies have non-IT resources, and I mean, they put somewhere in
Any inferiority complex that has to be resolved, and then the training that has to be provided, and identifying the right guys for the new technologies. I think one of you have expressed this. This forms a lot of good opportunities, and and then knowledge sharing.
Work with everything that's there. Can we keep to one meeting, please? We will work with everything that's there. So the debate as to whether it actually was a threat or a weakness or an opportunity or whatever is not necessary. We will still make sure that everything is captured. If there's anything we don't understand, we will try and get back and make sure that we do. So nothing that you've given here is lost. Looking now at the strengths and the weaknesses, you can sit down again now with your post-it notes and your notepads. I'll come round.
Most of the cases are marketing.
Right. So did we say anything about marketing here?
Again, it comes down to one thing. The main thing is marketing.
Whether it's
We've been focusing on marketing. Why don't we discuss something? What can we do to move this from the weakness to the strength? What do you think, from your experience? What else, either here or from another company? What do you think we can do?
We are also setting a platform, within the organization, and we have identified that certain areas which we are very strong. We need to harp on them. So there's definitely an input there. So the one which we are
trying to create some platform and also provide some rewards and recognitions to do that. But ultimately, some people might say that I don't care about it. It's might not be valuable enough for me.
Sometimes Google is just best at no offense.
But I kind of totally, disagree with definitely you one set of people might not feel that way, but other set of people definitely, even if there's two people who contribute, it's still good. At least for the knowledge of pharma industry. Like, we are very good in pharma. Like there are very lot of opportunities in pharma. Like which
To support yourselves to look at some of the back office functions that traditionally get overlooked in the beginning. And that again will help stabilize. Easygoing and friendly environment, I think that's critical.
Yeah, thank you again for your participation here and your honest feedback. We're going to take that and make it an action item. I really wanted your honest feedback instead of just making up something. I think we really got a lot today done. Thanks for your time, taking valuable time off from your weekend. It's a great opportunity for us to be part of a great company now. I really wish all of you all the best in your project. Mike. How about now? Yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Okay. I just wanted to thank you again for this wonderful evening that you made it to, taking time off from your weekend. for your valuable suggestions, feedback. We're going to take that back, make it as an action item, and start working on that. I really encourage you to contact me anytime with any suggestions, feedback that you have, which we'll try to implement, obviously. What I want to do is I want to close this session on a couple of notes. These are some famous quotations from some famous people. The first one: opportunities are created, not given. What I mean by that is, like, no one gives you an opportunity in life. You have to create your own opportunities. One of the best example is, I don't know how many of you know Siebel, PeopleSoft. Both of these companies actually evolved from Oracle. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. Do you know how they evolved? For example, Siebel, Tom Siebel was working under Larry Ellison as a Salesforce person. Like, he was up in the hierarchy. Then what he said is, okay, while he was trying to sell Oracle applications at a higher level, obviously, he felt a need for a. So the opportunities are not presented to you. You have to make those opportunities. You have to find those opportunities. So always, like, you'll definitely find some opportunities at your workplace. Start looking for it. It might be outside of your workplace, which could lead into a project or a product. So always look out for those. Next thing, shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you will land among the stars. Always aim high. Even if you miss it, don't worry about it. But still, you're going to be way up above the average. So always aim high. The third one, great leaders are made, not born. So don't think that you're not born as a leader. No, leaders are not born, they are made. So there's an opportunity for all of you to be a great leader within the company here or outside. But again, if you have the determination, the courage and willingness, we have plenty of opportunities that we all can leverage, and you could be a leader as part of the company. And the last one, the reason why I put that is, when I heard ambitions of different people, everyone said, at least 20% of them said that you want to make a lot of money and go back. So when you say make a lot of money, what do you mean? Do you want to earn a lot of money as an income, or do you want to, at the end of the day, you want your net worth to be a lot?
Money.
Okay.
We'll have a lot of money to spend, I guess.
But how do you, like, again, there's a different thought. Okay, you say you want $1 million. What does it mean? You want to earn $1 million? Or, like, you want to earn like 200,000 every year, so within 5 years, you want to earn 1 million? Or, what is it?
Who wants to earn a lot of money? Everyone.
Everyone, okay.
So what does it mean?
Or you want to be happy with that money.
Okay, that's great. What I want to say is, actually I want to close on this, is yes, everyone wants to earn money, and that's why we are here in this country, away from our families and friends. What I want to say is, when you want to earn money, it's not your income that makes you rich. It's what you do with your income will make you rich. You look at your friends, family, anyone whom you think that they're well off. It's not because of their salary. It's because of what they did with that salary. So always, whatever you earn, invest wisely, diversify, and make money work for you. In the first year, you're working for the money, but later on, make sure that you're working and also the money is working for you.
Thanks. Great. We have a great
And again, once again, thanks for coming here, for your valuable time, taking time off from your weekend. We have some prizes to announce. Let's see.
Do you have any prizes like the most senior in the Astir and recently joined a new consultant?
What is that? Can you repeat that again, Venkat?
The most senior in the Astir consultant, and the recently joined a new consultant.
Actually, the new consultant is one who joined just like 2 days back. So so you wouldn't get it. Yeah, as in probably as we progress, I think we'll have such awards also. Now, the first prize.
Skipping that,
First of all, how did you guys do in the brain teasers? I'll tell you. I think you guys did a phenomenal job. The average was much higher than that we all expected. So you guys did a very good job. But obviously, there are a couple of winners. So we need to give those prizes. And we only have 2 prizes. So the first prize goes to Pradeep Rapol.
Thank you.
The second prize goes to Jagdish.
Wow. Jagdish, where are you?
Great job. Is Anand here? Yeah. Okay.
What I've observed, Kishore, is actually when you announced the iPod Nano, actually Pradeep Rapol was the one to say hooray. And he actually got the prize.
Yeah, I know, exactly. He was excited when we announced about the prizes. Yeah, that's right. Actually, though we said that we're going to give only 2 prizes, but looking at the scoring, and as I told you, everyone did a fantastic job. We thought that I think Anand deserves a 3rd prize. And the reason being, actually, he got one of the questions right that none of them got right. So, okay, Anand, come down. Actually, we're giving a cash award of $100 to Anand because no, you get it. No, I'm going to give it to you.
Who wants your credit card right now?
Gotta go to the ATM.
Okay, in 1 second I'm going to run through the answers.
And actually Anand was a very close 3rd, so that's the reason. He not only got 1 question right, but he was very close 3rd, so very close to the 2nd.
So aim at the stars and you'll land on
Okay, I'm going to run through them quickly just so you know. Number 1, sandbox. Number 2, man overboard. Number 3, I understand. Number 4, read between the lines. Number 5, crossroad. Number 6, tricycle. Number 7, yes, 3 degrees below 0. Well done, you're the only one who got that one. Number 8, high chair. Number 9, split level. Those of you who said sort of 2 levels, whatever, I gave part of that because...
What is 8?
High chair. High chair. Split level. Number 10, he's beside himself. Those of you who said he is by himself or something equivalent, or he's by himself, I gave that as well, but it's in fact he's beside himself. Some of you got reverse glance, I gave that, but it's in fact glance backwards. Touchdown, and then we did degree Fahrenheit, which water freezes, wonders of the world, and E is 13 stripes on the US flag. 1 or 2 of you got 13 states in the US something, and I gave sort of half for that because you kind of had the right continent. And the others we done. So there's you have. Okay.
What was the answer?
That was the 3 degrees below 0, number 7. Only one who got that one. Okay.
Thank you. And the moment that everyone is waiting for. Can we have a cocktail? Okay, we'll have a small break and we'll start with the cocktails.
ఫైనల్ టచ్ అందరు రావట్లేదు స్వామి
పిక్చర్ తీయండి బాబు